So this is my review of Beast Deities Fenrir, but that's really just, their way to avoid a lawsuit. So it's Broly. And not really an easy figure to come by at this point, but this was a pre-order from 5K Toys. If you do want to find one now, your best bet would probably be AliExpress and probably secondhand sellers, because very low chance of this coming back, but you never know. So this is more just a video to just kind of go through this new release and yeah, just go over its features. Yeah, so it cost me about $100 in total with shipping. So, and if you do want to keep track of like rare releases like this, just follow 5K Toys on Instagram. That's where a lot of these kind of third-party Dragon Ball figures are, kind of dropping. So if you don't want to miss a release like this in the future, yeah, just 5K Toys Instagram, and yeah, you'll be in the know. So, yeah, so it's Broly, right? And everyone knows who Broly is. So let's just go over the figure itself. And actually, I will just kind of show the box because I thought it was funny. So they went through a lot to try to avoid the Bandai hammer, but this company did shut down, which means very little because they're probably going to come back under a new name. I'm guessing in months, because that's usually what ends up happening. But yeah, pretty cool box. Fenrir. Yeah, so they really went all out trying to hide the fact that, yeah, it's Broly. But here is what the box looks like. And, for what it's worth, let me just set them aside for now. It's a pretty cool box. And it does come with that wolf head, which we'll take a look at. But again, it was all for naught. Anyway, so let's just talk about the figure itself. And no comparison really to like the original release of Broly from Figuarts. This just blows it out of the water in pretty much every way, which is expected because that Broly was a very old release. Yeah, so I think it looks great. Like, this is kind of like, it's honestly like a Storm collectible type feel, like the chest and like the torso and everything. It's like a nice kind of soft, flexy plastic. This is all like very soft plastic, like it moves out of the way when you articulate. Kind of like the gem on his necklace here, very nice, like very nice kind of like see-through gem there. You can kind of see it on the camera picking up the light. Kind of like the gold paint, everything just exceptionally nice. His face, just, people say it doesn't really look like him. For me, I think it looks close enough. I will say the hair, I don't think it was this green in the movie, if at all. I thought Broly always just had like regular Super Saiyan hair. But not a big deal for me. I would have preferred just kind of more of that traditional Super Saiyan color, because I'm pretty sure that's what he looks like in the movie, the original movie. But pretty damn good looking figure. So let's just talk about some overall dimensions here. And let me just get the tape measure real quick. And I definitely think he might be a little too tall. Like, I don't think Broly was that tall in the movie. But just so you get an idea. And I will show you what he looks like next to, like, your traditional Figuarts character. So that is just massive. Like, he's, he could be. Like, I'm not sure, because Broly was a huge character. So to the top of his skull, it looks like he's like 10 inches. So very large character, but just so you get an idea, here's like a regular Goku release. And I'd say he's definitely too big, because I don't think Goku is like bite-sized compared to him, but still an amazing figure. Like, looks great. So this is just the, the new Super Saiyan Goku that Figuarts released. And I will show you how tall he is compared to the demoniacal fit Broly, which I feel like is definitely a little bit more accurate in terms of size. Also a great figure. Both really nice third-party Brolys. And yeah, this one's probably more accurate in terms of height. I think this is probably more in line with what it should be. But, you know, who really cares? Broly's an outlandish character. For me, I'm not that much of a stickler for scaling. I rarely pose my figures, like, you know, in scenes and things like that. I usually just have them standing on their own. But yeah, just so you get an idea. This one definitely has size on him. And if you're interested in the weight, I can tell you that also. Let's bust out the red scale. And I can already tell he's going to be over a pound for sure. Okay, so he's like 22.4 ounces. He's just shy of, what is it? Wait 1 second, let me just double check that. Yeah, 22.4 ounces. So he's definitely over a pound. Definitely feels heavy. So real nice quality to him. And let's just go over his articulation now. So I will say, little QC thing that a lot of people who bought this figure know about now is they gave him a very short neck peg. I threw that one out because it's not, you can't even see his neck with how short it was. So that was a defect. Good on them for including the longer neck peg, but it was a real bitch just changing it out. Heat does not work. Like heat, you could use boiling hot water, which you should never do with action figures. But even with hot water, oil, that thing would not come out. So I had to use like a Gundam nipper just to kind of chip away at it, because I'm not going to keep that short peg. It's essentially useless, but that did it for me. So I just kind of cut away at pieces of it and until it loosened up. That was the quickest way for me. Do that at your own risk. I'm not saying that's how you should go about it, but you know, I'm generally kind of impatient. And putting the new peg in, my recommendation is use a file, because it's probably not going to fit in with heat. And with the longer peg, yeah, you could get some nice poses out of that. So let's just go into articulation. So his head is on a double ball peg with that longer neck joint in there. By the way, his earrings are individual pieces. I'll show that with the accessories. Like you just hook them on. Let's see here. Typical kind of figure arts type articulation that you've come to expect. Arm goes about that much. Ball joints in there. Slightly flexible. I don't recommend you push it too hard because, you know, it will stress over time. That's about as much as you get with the double ball joint, with the double bend on stick. And you do get nice big beefy wrist swivels. This kind of uppercut here, not very functional. Like you could barely get it to work, but it does move. Probably going to be a little tough getting it to work, but you do get a nice enough side to side back, about that much. Again, don't push it too much, but that's about as much as I could get out of it. So upper joint there, not the best, but you know, it is what it is. You do get a lower ball joint too. With both of them acting together, can't really do much going forward, so that's a shame. Same thing backwards. Okay, and let's talk about his legs. So what's going on in here? Yeah, just figure art style joints there. If you've owned figure arts, just ball joints in there. Very nice coming up. Knees, very nicely blended in. I'd say that's a good enough bend for such a big character. Could be better for sure, but nice enough, I guess. And you do get ball joints in here. So I think that's interesting. They used ball joints in here instead of like the swivel that you'd come to expect. So it has some benefits. You might miss a little bit of range there, but probably an easier joint to work in general. Yeah, so That's about it for the articulation. His legs can, let's just take a look. He has kind of like a butt plate back there, so it can't go back too much. And should have a thigh swivel. Yeah, and you do get a thigh swivel too. That's it. So that's his articulation. Very easy figure to get standing. I do recommend you just heat him up a little bit. He's not terribly stiff, aside from like the neck issue. Excellent figure, I'd say. Very cool looking for sure. Let's just get him looking up a bit. Yeah, so very sick looking figure. And I will show you the accessories that he comes with. So he does come with alternate face plates. Keep in mind, this is like $100 figure. And for this size. So he does come with this angry, scowling face, this maniacal face. I think this looks exactly like Broly. People were complaining that it doesn't. I'm not sure if they fixed it or something, but I think this looks like Broly to me. Okay, he does come with arm crossing accessories. I'm never a fan of these. Like, they're usually just kind of finicky to put on, but you do get them if you want to use them. He does come with a cape, you know, if you want to, and you know, like this is a very nice cape actually. It's a bendy wire cape, so if you want to use this for other figures you have, that's a huge win right there. That's a really nice cape. I actually just took it out now. It's got bendy wires, only a single set, kind of like going down here, but you could get him in a cape with that wolf head if you wanted to. So you do get that very nice cape. If you have a big action figure that needs a cape, definitely scored there. And they gave tons of replacement earrings. You just kind of hook them on. So that's great. That's generous of them because, yeah, these things would probably be easy to lose. But yeah, you do get earrings. Use a Gundam nipper to cut them out. Otherwise, you're going to kind of have like little ridges sticking up. Neatest way to get them out. Don't just twist them off. It'll look ugly. I will show you his wolf head. So, you know, if you wanted to, you could just switch that out. It's a pretty nice looking wolf head, actually. So definitely a fun release. So you do get some extras because of their efforts to avoid that lawsuit or avoid getting shut down, but definitely some nice stuff to fool around with. And let's take a look at his alternate hands. So they did give like a Figma style hand holding set, which I thought was pretty cool. So you do get this to go with his blast accessories. Just some generic kind of open hands there. Kind of grabby hands. And you do get that accessory just to kind of latch onto Goku's face. I'm not sure if it would work with the figure I have out. This might be for the 2.0 Gokus, but let's give it a try. I don't really use the 2.0 Gokus anymore. They're just kind of garbage looking, in my opinion. No, but this would work with the 2.0 Gokus. But yeah, it won't work on this one, sadly. But you do get that option. Just if you're interested in what the connector looks like, that's what you're looking at. Yeah, so definitely for the 2.0 Goku's, like Saiyan raised on Earth, probably. Yeah, so that's what you need. Let's continue with his accessories. You do get 2 claw hands if you wanted to fool around with the wolf head, just to match that. So that's pretty cool, I think. And you do get nice blast effects, which actually look nice, unlike some of the ones Figuarts tends to give. And, you know, Figuarts does give nice ones. I'm just thinking of the Super 17 one that looked like a ball of dust. And you get two of them too, because you know Broly is a psycho. You definitely have two of them at the same time. Yeah, so these look really nice. Very nice translucent green. So that looks great. Okay, so you get a bunch of accessories, and that's about it for accessories. And yeah, sadly, it's going to be tough finding him. Like, if you really need a Broly figure and you missed out, uh, your best bet is probably AliExpress. Take a look down in there somewhere. I'm not going to put links because it's not really going to be released anymore. Just take a look on AliExpress. eBay, I don't even want to think about what the prices might look like there. My best advice, if you don't want to miss out on a release like this, yeah, follow 5K Toys on Instagram and you'll be set. And that's about it. So I just want to kind of do a quick overview of this very nice figure. And yeah, if you have any questions about it, if you own it, if you have any questions or whatever, especially on how to switch the head out, definitely let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.